Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. A video today from the Modern King. Greedy ex-wife steals $45,000 from husband and instantly regrets it. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. See that, Chow. It's Chow time.
For not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling. I'm a 34-year-old female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband, who's a 37-year-old male, and I'm curious about if I am the asshole here or not. So me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day escape fund if worse came to worse.
We've gone over this story before. I want to see how other people react to this, especially
my husband has never showed any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset. But the way my mother talked about it, it seemed like a no-brainer to have.
Your money is her money, and her money is her money. It doesn't matter that all the money in her escape fund came from her secretly stealing it from her husband.
When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid-six-figure salary. All was good until about
mid-six figures? Like, we're talking about like 500,000?
2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near-fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part-time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs.
The man loves you and tries his best. He wants to provide you the lifestyle that he believes you deserve.
Jobs and Ubers on his off days to keep us afloat. Here is where I might be the asshole. I do all of the expense management and have continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from $750 a month to just $200 a month.
That guy is amazing. Everything collapses on him, yet he gets up, gets 3 new jobs, and she's still planning on leaving him.
Right? That's crazy to me. That women just see that the man made good money, got injured, couldn't work for a little bit. He had to like sit out, and as soon as he got back up, boom, 3 jobs and just working his ass off. How do women not see this and just love the man? Because if anyone, doesn't even matter, a woman, a man, mother, father, brother, sister that did something like that for me, oh my God, I'd love them. I would do everything in my power to make their life better, not steal money from them.
She clearly does not deserve a man like that, especially when she's been stealing money from him for years.
My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option as I had spent many years making our house a home and offered to go back to work.
What you should have done is use the $47K that you stole to help resolve the current financial troubles you're facing, rather than watching your husband suffer as you continue to steal money from him.
He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular recurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him.
My money,
which now sits at about $47,000. After I told him, he just broke down sobbing.
Prime example of how marrying the wrong person can destroy your life. He was nothing but good to her.
Yep.
Yet she still treated him like a predator stealing money from him so she could ditch him the second time.
And why? Because your mother told you so. Because your mother had a relationship maybe similar to that or whatever it was. And you even said it yourself that this man never even raised his voice and was always caring of you. But you still did it to him and never even thought to use that money throughout all of that turmoil to help out, even when he was not working. That's the part where I'm like, what?
Got tough. I guarantee her mother, who gave her the wonderful advice to steal from her own husband, is also divorced.
I'm sure.
Because under no circumstance would stealing from your own husband lead to a good outcome.
Point of view is that I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said, I heard him on every possible level, but my mom says this is exactly what the money is for and should bail now.
And that's the problem.
Apparently, when a woman sets up an escape fund where she steals from her own husband to fund it, it's just for her protection. But if a man gets a prenup, things fall apart because that's harmful to the relationship, since it implies that things won't last.
Why would I help a man get on his feet if there are men who are already standing up?
Oh, darling, I got some bad news for you. You see, as one of those men who's gotten on his feet, probably has more money in the bank than you'll make in 3 lifetimes, has been
Damn, brother. That's a lot of money.
very successful. The question you really need to be asking is not why would you help a man get on his feet, but why would a man who's on his feet want anything to do with you?
You broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
Because what are you bringing to the table? Oh, I know. You're going to say this. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this ain't worth what you think it is. There's plenty of this to be found elsewhere.
Cheaper.
The fact of the matter is what you're showing to men who are on their feet is that you're nothing more than someone who's looking for a paycheck. You're looking for someone to take care of you. You're looking for someone to bear the burden for a lifestyle you think you deserve so that you don't have to put any effort into acquiring it. The reality is this is the mindset of most of today's modern women. The ones who think that they deserve it all while putting absolutely no effort in whatsoever. They think that they are all that, when in reality, they're anything but. And unfortunately for these women, reality is going to smack them right in the face in a few years. They're going to hit that wall, and they're going to realize that all their expectations and dreams about what men are supposed to do for them isn't going to come to fruition. They're going to end up alone and bitter. And then they're going to go making videos going, where are all the good men at? Where are all the men at? That's the reality, ladies. And you got 2 choices. You can keep doing what you're doing, which is basically what this woman is doing.
She's trying to shame men into dating you and taking care of you still. But men have learned. Men have learned the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Or you can accept the fact that you need to start making an effort also. That you aren't all that, and that you're really not bringing anything to the table that men
You're not even a bag of chips, girl.
would really want. That is the reality, like it or not.
56% of marriages end in divorce. Like, think about, that's the ones that end in divorce.
Wow.
So how many people, what percentage stay together for the kids? Or because they don't want to give away half their shit? Another 10%? That's conservative.
Conservative.
But let's say 20% then, okay?
That's at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane. That's insane. That's more likely than not. 76%. If I told you there's a 76% chance when you walk out the door today you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would not go out.
I mean, to have having a 25, 24% chance of a happy marriage compared to a miserable marriage and a divorce. Ain't great numbers, man.
You'd wear a helmet for sure. But people just continue to get married. Not only do they continue to get married, there's a presumption that you should get married. And if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you.
Wow.
So if you've got a girlfriend and you've been with her for 5 years, and you say to someone, we're getting married, they go, oh, that's great. You know, they don't go, why? You're happy. Why would you?
Now the men do. They're just like, why? Why did you decide on that? I'm sorry to lose you, bro.
You get married? Like, everything's going fine. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you run that risk?
Wow.
If you say to someone, we've been together 5 years, and we've decided we're not going to get married. We're going to move in together, but we're not going to get married. Ooh, what's wrong? You have intimacy issues? What's your problem? Meanwhile, 56% end in divorce. It's literally fits the legal definition of negligent.
I get my nails done with my child support check.
Oh, how lovely. Because that's precisely what it's supposed to be used for, right?
And this week it was only $23.96.
I guess one might just have to forego getting one's nails done then and put that money
pay your
where it's
own
supposed to go, towards the children.
Should I call my baby daddy and ask him where's the rest?
Absolutely. But do ensure that you let him know what exactly one plans on using it for.
Like back in the day, women used to control the finances. Men would just give them the money and they'll take care of things. It's not the case anymore, guys. Nor should you ever really do it. You should be controlling your own finances. You should be seeing everything that's going in and out of your accounts. Even if you're not with someone, pay attention to your own money. It's called budgeting. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. See you next time. Ciao.